I want to run it back
Let's
again about
go.
your upbringing as growing up as in a Jamaican household. What would you say was the main difference between your upbringing growing up in a Jamaican household compared to Black Americans?
Well, I didn't grow up in a Jamaican household, so to say. My mother was,
Mm,
I was adopted. So my parents were grandparents as parents.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
So I grew up in a very Christian background. My mother was an
mm.
evangelist, God rest her soul, and my father was a reverend. So I grew up in the church setting, played sports. I was a good girl,
What sports did you play?
basketball, volleyball, and I ran track.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
So you
so
play sports, huh?
yeah,
I
I
ain't know
hoop a
that.
little bit. My last name
We
Iverson. Don't get it
Oh,
twisted.
okay.
we
My
gonna see
maiden
you now.
name is
We go
Iverson.
we gonna
Don't
get you
get
out
it
there one time. I gotta
twisted.
try you out there, man.
But
I gotta try
yeah,
you.
I didn't find out who my biological father was until I
Mm,
was up in age. And my mom let me know, about my background and why I looked different,
Mm.
and probably why I was acting out at the time because, everybody said, you just like your daddy. You acting just. So that conversation came about. And I'm like, well, I thought this was my daddy.
Right.
So that conversation came about. So I found out my dad was Jamaican when I was about 12. And I didn't find out that I had other siblings outside of my mom's children until I was 26, and it's 10 of us, and we are
10.
very
wow.
close knit. Yes, I'm the oldest girl, yet the baby girl
Yeah.
over all the boys. So it's six
Wow.
boys and three
Damn,
girls.
that's a
I
big
mean, seven
family.
boys and three girls.
How did
That's
you
a that's a good thing. I love big families
big families, yeah, big
Yes.
though.
families
Yeah,
are
I love
really
that.
good. Basically going back to your roots, tracing back to your roots, finding out your father is Jamaican,
Mhm.
finding
Oh,
out you
I
were
tapped in it
adopted.
as soon as I found out.
How
I
did
tapped
you
in it.
make that work along with realizing that these people over here still raised you?
Because I'm me and my family
Hmm.
accept me for me. They
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
embrace the fact that I was half foreign and that I wanted to get to know who I was as a person because I knew I didn't act or look like anybody that was in my household. So I acted
Hmm.
out based on that. Like, why am I like this? Why do I
Mm.
look? Everybody in my house, though, is dark. I'm dark complexion, but everybody's like darker. So I'm like, I don't look like none of y'all. They all heavy set. I'm small and petite.
Right.
I'm like, where I come from?
Right.
So once I found out and got to see pictures of my dad, then I was like, okay, that's my twin. That's why then when I started talking to him and building a relationship, oh, okay, this nigga crazy. That's why I act like this.
So that nigga crazy.
Hmm.
Like his mouth is off the chain. That's where
Mm.
I get him from. So yeah, started learning how to speak the language and,
So
vibe.
basically, kind of you transition from being angry into a point where you kind of relax
Right,
and
because
want to
then I
learn
knew
more
who
about
I
it.
was and why I
Right.
was feeling the way I was feeling and why nobody could, understand what I was going through because we wasn't genetically
Right.
connected.